I'm Dr. Umesh, a senior consultant neurologist in TX Hospital, Kachiguda, Hyderabad. I've been practicing neurology last 27 years, specialized in neurology. So I just wanted to bring to you about the effects of a COVID infection, which is being pandemic all over the world. Now this COVID is a virus like any other virus disease. It affects, leaves some remnant symptoms and then disappears from the body. So there are two types effects of this disease, like acute and then as well as chronic. To tell in a layman word, acute is where the disease is in a very fresh form. It affects in a different manifestations. Chronic is the effect of the disease once the virus disappears from the body. Now in all we know, acute comes as headache, body ache, low back ache, loss of a smell, breathlessness, cough, fever and rapid onset of fever. This lasts for a few days and then subsides spontaneously. Some of them in a very severe form, they need to get admitted into the hospital. Now today we wanted to highlight mainly about the effects of COVID at a later stage. This is called post-COVID neurological and psychological disorders. What happens about this virus when the body responds to it? This virus, like any other virus, gets transmitted through a contact or through an inhalation. This virus travels all across the olfactory nerve that is now responsible for the smell. It travels across it and there is a viremia. Viremia is virus multiplies in the body in numerous numbers and then causes a manifestation. Now when it enters into the body responds to this virus by immune response. So there is an immune changes in the body and as well as the metabolic changes in the body. When the immune changes in the body, there is a body prepares a specialized protein called cytokines. These cytokines, they start accumulating in the body and every organ start responding to these cytokines. When they start accumulating in the central nervous system, especially in the hypothalamus, body responds into different manifestations. Like there is going to be acute fever, there is going to be insomnia, there is going to be hormonal changes, there is going to be a loss of appetite. So these variations are sometimes can result into a very severe form of the disease also. Some patients now recently all over the world, many medical experts have identified and then researched on it what is the effect of this COVID going to be in a post-COVID period for about 6 months. So there are different manifestations that they have studied all over the world in different areas. East and West, when we combined it, we have found that starting from a headache, delirious state, delirious in the sense patient will be in acute confusion, inattention, loss of a memory and then acute confusional state. With this, the patient can have a constant headache. The patient can have a poor memory loss. They can have a stroke. Stroke can be a small artery stroke or it can be a large artery stroke. They can have venous occlusive disorders in the brain. So that also can result into a stroke. Along with this, they have found some of them they develop Parkinson's symptoms also. That means the patient will become very slow and very rigid, will not be able to stabilize himself. Some patients can go into a complete unconscious state or completely unresponsive state, what we call is an encephalopathy. They can have even seizures also. Sometimes they can get into a multiple clusters of seizures, what we call it is a status epilepticus. Not only this, it can affect a spinal cord like roots, it can affect a plexus also, it can affect multiple roots all over the body and then result into a syndrome called Guillain-Barré syndrome or what we call it is a GBS in a short form, where patient is not able to stand, sit, raise from a ground and then walk and then he can't be independent and finally he becomes a bedbound. Along with this, we do find patients complaining of generalized body pain, myalgia, Sometimes they do develop a wasting of the muscles. They won't be able to raise from the ground. They can develop into a myopathy. Along with this, not only we found that very few patients we have found that is disorder called as myasthenia-like symptoms called neuromuscular junction disorders. So these various manifestations, what we found, they can develop any time within 6 months after the COVID. The incidence, if you see it, the stroke constitutes almost 2%, Parkinson's almost about 0.1%, and then sometimes they can have a status applicate 0.1%. Though the incidence and then the involvement is little rare, but one has to keep in mind about these diseases. Not only about the neurology, they can have even the psychological symptoms also. The psychological symptoms like they can have a mood disorder, they can have an anxiety, they become inattentive, they get dependent on substance abuse, they are having a depression also. But among all these psychiatric or psychological symptoms, anxiety is being found at the highest form of psychological manifestation. It is constitutes almost about 15 to 17% of the patients are getting affected with the anxiety disorder. Leaving apart about the neurology and then as well as psychological symptoms, we have found that patients do develop breathlessness once the COVID disappears from the body. That means they can develop a muscle wasting of respiratory muscles, or they can have a respiratory weakness also. Sometimes they do develop restrictive lung disease called pulmonary fibrosis. So keeping in mind about all these, we should be much more aware about it, and then when do we see our consultant, talk to them and then see that the proper care and then management is being done at a right time, so that one can avoid the complication and then unnecessary expenditure on post-COVID neurological, psychological, respiratory symptoms. Now, more than anything, all these disorders need to be treated symptomatically, need to be attended at an appropriate time. Thank you.